Andy from Creative Matters. Lovely to see you, and thanks for joining us again. Today we're going to be looking at wacky bird sculptures. So we're going to be using materials that you can easily find at home, like recycled bottles, paper, any sort of recycled paper that you don't need. It could be newspaper or just scraps of paper. It might be old brown paper bags. It could even be magazines, so just whatever you have. You can use those today, and we are also using tin foil, masking tape. You might need a pencil and some scissors, and it might be good to just get some recycled cardboard as well, just in case, for extra features. So I'm just going to go through very quickly the basic way to create something like this. And so this one here I made earlier. It's not finished, but it's just the beginning stages really. It has actually got like a spray bottle inside, and I built it up using scrunched up pieces of paper and masking tape, and then also tin foil to sort of get the extra shapes. So this is kind of the basic body shape, and then on Monday we're going to be doing another workshop which takes you into the paper maché phase. I've also done this little one here, so this is just using a really little bottle inside, and using paper and then tin foil to create shapes around it. So this isn't finished yet, this is just the starting point. And today I'm just going to show you very quickly how to create that sort of thing around this size bottle, beer bottle. So what you can do is bulk up by screwing up pieces of paper and then sort of attaching. So if you wanted a little bird that has sort of a big tummy or something like that, you can sort of create something in front like that and then just attach it to your bottle. And when you're attaching, it doesn't need to be a lot of tape, just enough to sort of keep it together to start with, and then we're going to combine it with the tin foil. So the tin foil really acts like a skin really to sort of encase everything inside it. Okay, so we've got that one there, and then I might actually want to make a sort of fat, cute little bird, so I'm going to put extra padding all the way around, just by screwing up pieces of paper, and then loosely taping on at this stage. Another one here. And I've actually got my tape already ripped on the side of my table, which is really helpful, so that you're not trying to rip tape as well as coordinate your little bottle. So I've created a sort of wide bottom to that bit, and then I could keep going. If I wanted my bird to be really quite wide all the way up, then I just keep sort of building that sort of padding using paper and tape. Okay, a little bit more. So sometimes you can twist, sometimes you can roll up into balls or sort of scrunch up to get some sort of padding and texture. It really doesn't matter as long as you're sort of helping to create the shape that you're after. Okay. I'm not sure if Mazzie's going to make an appearance today, but she is lying just down here near me. And I have had a few requests from my doggy to come and say hi. Come on, Mazzie. Come up here. Here she is. Hello, what's this one? You like that one? What's this one? This one? This is a nice one. And this one. And this one. Whoa. Oh no, can't eat it, Mazzie. She's going to eat it, that'd be naughty. Alright, so now you can see that I'm creating a little bit of a sort of nice body shape here, which is good. And I'm just going to keep building up as much as I can. I'm running out of masking tape, so just rip yourself off a few more pieces so you're ready to go. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to create another sort of larger head area. So this time I'm going to just attach like this. Which I might go this way. and use a piece of tape to hold that bit on. And instead of scrunching this time, we're just going to kind of place the paper, and then that sort of allows us to create further shapes without actually having to build the scrunch all the way up. So you see that's quite an interesting shape there. And I'm just going to leave it at that and then start the tin foil. So I've got my basic shape ready to go. And then the tin foil, being tin, which is sort of a metal base really, is great for shaping and kind of connecting. So it sort of holds its shape beautifully, can sort of go out by itself and stay there, or it can just sort of hold everything together. I'm going to put this on here and leave myself a little bit of extra tin foil on the top. That means that I can sort of shape that the way I want it to later. So I'm going to squeeze that together to hold onto that bottom part there. And then I can start to shape whatever I want up here. So I could be making a really long neck. So I've sort of got the base for the beginning of a long neck. I add more. Once again, we don't start by connecting here because then it will just fall off. We go further down. So it's really nicely connected. And then grow from that. Start changing shapes. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that shape. It's kind of feels a little bit like a bird, but this one isn't a realistic bird. It's kind of a strange, wacky bird that's inspired by what naturally birds look like, but I've taken it to another place. This one here, it feels a little bit more realistic. So some of you might like to do something quite realistic, which is good, like a native bird or something like that, and others might like to just take it to a whole new level, which is great too. Then just to hold all of this paper together, it's a nice idea to bring that tin foil back. If you need extra strength, you can fold it over like that, and then just squeeze it on. And you can see that I've created a nice shape for my bird just by doing that sort of scrunched up pieces of paper idea. It's given it that sort of interesting form, and you wouldn't even imagine that there's a beer bottle inside of that. You have to be a little bit careful that the beer bottle doesn't, or the bottle that you're using doesn't just slip out the bottom, so sometimes it's good to just kind of attach so that it's safely tucked in there. Okay, so this isn't quite finished, but you get the idea. If you wanted to add little extra things like maybe cones or lumps, you can take the tin foil, fold it a few times so that you've got a smaller strip like this, and then where should we put it? You attach it again, keep a little bit up above, and then create a little shape that comes off it like that. Okay, so you could do maybe a couple of those, whatever you like. Also, if you wanted little bumps and lumps and that kind of thing, we'll do that in the paper mache process. So don't worry. Again, you wrap it around, keep quite a bit off, and then have that bit sticking out. So on here, so that's falling off a little bit, so I might just want a little bit of tape to keep it in the right place. So you get the idea. So you can just keep building like that. You can build with tin foil to make your extra shapes, or you can add extra shapes with cardboard. So if I wanted to make another shape, I could just make a shape like that, fold it, and fold it like this. So you've got a little extra tab, and then that can go onto there. And again, you tape it. Tape that onto there. And it doesn't feel very strong at the moment, but when we start the paper mache phase on Monday, that's what makes it super strong and well connected. So really at the moment we're just putting everything in place, ready to apply that final skin of paper mache. Okay. like that. And then you can also bend things down with your tin foil so they end up different shapes. Alright, so this needs finishing off, but you can see that's the first step. And I just want to show you how you can add extra things like giant crazy feet, or you might want to add wings, or you might like to have 4 sets of wings or 2 sets of wings. You could have feet like this that come way out to be really totally crazy. Maybe you could put arms and hands on your bird. It really doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. So you can create those extra parts out of your recycled cardboard. And so because I want 2 feet, I could draw around this one. Just draw 1 foot first and then draw around the other one so that you've got 2 feet, and you're going to place underneath, and you just tape it onto the bottom like that, and that's going to have another foot later. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you now to go away and create your creatures. You might decide to use 3 different bottles and make 3 little birds. Maybe everyone in your family can make 1 each. You might do a big one and a little tiny one that could be the baby. You can make some really little baby ones around small jars that could be in a nest. Really, you can do whatever you like. So if you could finish your bird or birds today and then join me at 11:30 on Monday morning, and we can start the paper maché process. And for that you're going to need some water and flour. If you have PVA glue or some other sort of glue like that that's in a liquid form, then you could use that also. Alright, well, great to see you everybody. If you're enjoying these little tutorials, please share with your friends so that we can get the word out. It's great to see you. We're putting all of these videos on our YouTube channel, which is Creative Matters New Zealand. So subscribe to that, and then you can see all the stuff that we're doing over the next few weeks. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Bye.